want to drive with me? Yeah. Jack is sleeping in the back seat of the car. And I'm driving my car down the road. Boom, 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 boom. That's the school I used to transfer buses at. I lived in Mount Vernon, which is a town over, and I went to school in Burlington, the town over. And so I had to ride the bus from Mount Vernon to this school right here in Burlington. And then from this school, I had to go onto a different bus and go to my actual school, which was also in Burlington, but just not that school. And since I was such a little booty hole, what I'd do is my boyfriend would meet me at the transfer station or the transfer school, and I wouldn't get on the bus to go to school. I'd get in his car and go to his house and do inappropriate things for a 14-year-old to be doing. No wonder I had a child at 15. But in my defense, I knew not what I was doing. Sex is such a thing that, like, I don't know. Kids really got to be taught really what sex is all about, because, to be honest, I still don't know what sex is all about. Nowadays, I can really roll with, I think that it's just to procreate, life. I don't think it's for... One time, I drove right past this part, and it was a car crash with a little old man dead hanging out the side of his window. That was a horrible thing to see. Jack woke up. That was the first time... Well, it's not the first time I've seen a dead body, but it's the first time I've seen a dead body off the side of the road. That's for sure. That's why I moved away from Bellingham. It's because everywhere you go, there's a memory. And to be honest, when we're living in living our sleeping world, our sleeping state, not many of those memories are good memories. So it's kind of why I don't listen to too much of the music I used to listen to either. It's because it all elicits some sort of emotion, memory, feeling, something. I don't know. And I don't dig it. Not one bit. So tomorrow's the 4th of July. Yay, America! I love America. I just don't love the people who are leading America. And I didn't like the people who were leading America when Trump was in office either. Only I was more asleep then. It doesn't matter who's leading. Well, I guess it does matter, but so far, I think the last, semi-awoken person we had was Kennedy, and well, let's be honest, the darkness pow-powed his ass, didn't they? America's too much about the dollar. People in general are too much about the dollar. I don't know. Why did we even start doing that? I don't think that worth should be put on anybody in a dollar sense. So you make airplanes. That's super cool. So you serve coffee in a diner. That's super cool. It's all this. Oh, you teach our children. That's super cool. You play NFL. That's super cool. You scoop shit. That's super cool. It's all necessary things. And if we're following where we want and what we want, like our heart center or whatever, then who cares? Who cares what we do? Why should serving coffee in a diner make $10 an hour But making airplanes make $90 an hour. It just causes division. It's silly. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways. Peekaboo. I see you. Anyways, pay attention to the road. Oh, the reason why I started to make this video is because a big, humongous, beautiful eagle went whoosh. Well, it didn't really go whoosh. It was more above my car, in front of my car. But of course it had a little crow on its tail feathers nipping at him. And I got to thinking, that's like the beings who are ready to acknowledge the truths of the world. It's like the eagles are like the beings who are like, no, I'm a sovereign being. Like, you cannot take this from me, nor will I give it to you anymore. Like, I'm gonna fly high and do my thing and be one regal in the sky. You know what I mean? Like an eagle is. I could have went, but I don't like pulling out onto this freeway. People are going fast. And then the ravens, they're just, okay, let's do it. I'm only doing it because it's an RV that's coming up, so I know they're going decently slow. So an eagle soaring high in the sky, minding his own business, being freaking majestic as heck. And that little freaking raven nipping at its butt. It's like the darkness. People who are asleep, people who don't understand. And bless their little friggin' hearts, okay? Even the darkness. I give much love, because I too was in the darkness at one time. And really, to be honest, all of us have. I keep thinking I'm going to drink my water and it's going to be salt water, because sometimes I drink salt water. But today I put a lemon in it, so it's lemon water. And so I take a drink of it and I'm thinking I'm getting salt, but what I really get is lemon, and it's like All Stars, woohoo! My kid did baseball All Stars. It's fun stuff. That was my Madiola. She was really good. She wanted to go to Alabama on a softball scholarship. Maybe if I would have been more of a cheerleader in her corner, she would have went. Whatever. Her life is her life, and she's doing what she wants to do. It doesn't matter what the shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? Because if it's all there, it's really ultimately just there for us to choose the path that makes us happy. And when we are in the darkness, we cannot see that path that makes us happy. So we're kind of stuck, like Chuck, until we can start figuring out the little tidbits of life that can open our eyes. Very small things, too. It's all like what you put into your body, okay? So like food-wise, it's that. Water, your quality of water, it's that. It's affirmations, positive affirmations, being in a positive environment. So much relies on your environment. Actually, I'm gonna go with almost all of it is your environment, because what's around you is what's inside of you, for the most part, too. So anyways, so these eagles flying high in the sky, minding their own business, and the little darkness beings coming nipping at their buds, trying to keep them down. Do you have that person or people in your life that just always tries to keep you down? I don't really have a person like that anymore in my life, because I know who I am, and I know that I'm amazing. And I'm bent on living an amazing life. But I know there used to be. So I could imagine that in other people also. I do notice that there's always those people that are so... I swear I'm getting the sticker. If I passed you on the right, you're an idiot. And I'm a nice person, damn it. But that shit drives me bonkers. Like, the left lane is for fast cars, not slow cars. Oh, see the person. Oh, but that's sad day. That's sad day. I don't like that. This guy, well, hold on, because I can't completely say it. It looks like he flipped her off, but I didn't see it completely, so I'm not even gonna go there. Anyways, I just, I had a few conversations with my mom that kind of stuck with me for a smidge. Like the one where she said, what'd she say? If you just forget about things and don't attach them, or you just don't let them bother you, or whatever, you just forget about it. Or my favorite phrase is it is what it is. And I don't think that phrase she really likes it. Look, I'm going to do it again. Passing on the right hand side, you bite at driving. Get a better driver's license, passing on the right hand side. Anyways, like, let it go, right? So that's a prime example right there. Like, that is obviously something that annoys me, is passing on the left-hand side. But I'm not dwelling in it. Whereas maybe perhaps in the past, or maybe in other people's lives, they hold on to things and they keep going with it. Like that would have changed their whole course of their day, and they would have had a terrible day. That's not how I live, So anyways, my mom said something like about just forgetting about it. Like, I don't feel... I wish I remembered exactly what she said, but something like that. And I was thinking about it. And then the next day, because the universe works this way, the next day I watched a video from The Alchemist, which I really love her. If you've not checked her out, check her out. She speaks some pretty good truth. She said something about being falsely happy or something. Not falsely happy, like where you're happy all the time, right? And that she goes, and that is called spiritual bypassing. Then I thought in my head, like, well, what if I truly am just a happy being? Get up in here, yeah, hooked on a feeling. What if I am just a happy person? What if I do just water on a duck everything? What if... Because I can honestly say, the last thing that pulled me into a place where I actually was, either I could see that I was going to wallow in it, or I did wallow in it, was the last one was my girls' dad. Oh, he's such a trying person. I kid you not. Like, God, give me patience, right? Oh, just kidding. Not gonna do it. Sorry. That's the guy that flipped people off too, so I don't want to make him mad. Or I don't know if he did. That's messed up. Just kidding. Erase. Anyways, the last thing that happened there was that God, I found out, like, I looked on my phone, my web browser, right? And there was porn on it. And this was a while ago. This was like 2 years ago. And I was like, what the fuck? Right? Well, long story short, my kids learned how to Google SEX, and that was the end of it. Finally, I asked where they got it from. They told me, and so I talked to their dad. It wasn't their dad. It was somebody in that situation. And instead of coming together and realizing something, or putting something together, a plan of some sort, or whatever, supporting each other as parents, that we care about our children, yada, yada, yada. No. Instead of that, him and his girlfriend decided to attack me. Now, granted, this is like 2 years ago, so I'm like 1 year into my... I was probably at the very cusp of beginning to learn about my spirituality. Because I've been on a very fast track of 3 years to learn all this shit. And I think I'm doing pretty good. Anyway, so I probably wasn't even learning my spiritual whatevers or my muscles or anything yet. And they were like, you're such a bad mom, blah, blah, blah. And I did this thing that I obviously needed to do. But I just, after like, I don't know, 5 minutes of them not acknowledging the situation and instead just trying to tear me down, finally I just said, and hung up the phone. And I scream cried, okay? I've never scream cried like this before. I scream cried like the kind where you can't breathe. And I kept saying, I'm a good mom, over and over and over again. Michael, poor Michael, he was like, what do I do? And I was like, just leave me the fuck alone. Anyways, so I kind of wallowed in that for a minute because, you know, you just try to do your best. And when people are a-holes, they just want to bring you down to their level. So basically what happened was he was feeling like crap because he messed up and dropped the ball, wasn't paying attention. He felt bad about it, but instead of just being like, oh my gosh, ooh, that's cringy, what can we do to make it better? He decided to be like, it's your fault. What? No, it's not. It's life. Kids are kids. It is what it is. But now we need to address the issue. Whatever. It's funny because the last time I talked to him, he was telling me something and I was just like, okay. And he's like, oh, well, that's nice. He's like, are you mad at me? And I just laughed. I said, what do I have to be mad at you for? You don't matter to me at all in my life. Have fun. I didn't really say have fun, but I just said, no, I don't care what you do. Bye. Like, I just really, and it's great. And I actually texted him. I don't know. They started trying to be in their creepy deepy selves. This was after I came back from Puerto Rico and they had taken my kids from me. What? They got a restraining order. I have 7 children. Okay. And Jaron and his girlfriend went and got a restraining order against me when I was in Puerto Rico for a 7-day trip, saying that I abandoned my kids. My daughter, my 19-year-old daughter, was watching them. Sure, she doesn't watch them. She watches them as a sister would watch them. She doesn't, or watch them. She wasn't watching them as a mother would watch them. But she was still doing a good job, and they're still safe. They might have just eaten a little bit more McDonald's than ever. But I mean, she wasn't hurting them. They weren't in harm's way. They were healthy. They were good. All is well. And I just told him, I was like, look, I said, what you say and do doesn't bother me not one bit anymore, buddy. Because mind over matter. And you don't matter to me. And the minute I actually admitted that to him, myself kind of like got it. And that part of my darkness book closed. Because why are people like that? I don't even understand. Anyways, my point being, conversation with my mom is, I am a happy person. And I do forget a lot. And I do forgive a lot. Because what's the point to be otherwise? What's the point to always remember that one person that did you dirty? I mean, sure, you always are going to remember it, but you don't have it in your mind like, oh, I've done messed up stuff and people have done messed up stuff to me. And to be honest, in my heart, I've made all those things right, so it doesn't affect me anymore. And that's a wonderful feeling. And I think I'm just going to have a really long conversation with you guys because it's already 20 minutes. So if you're here at this point, fist bump. Yeah. So I have to disagree. I don't believe it's spiritual bypassing. I do believe it's just who I am. I'm a nice, understanding, forgiving, forgetting, moving forward person. Just as Jesus said. It was a cute little car. Just like Jesus said, how many times should I forgive my brother or whatever? They asked him and he said 70 times 7 or something like that. Because it's true. Just do you. Just be you, and the rest just falls into place. There's nowhere to be. There's nothing to do. There's no emotion to hold. So it's not really that I'm happy. It's that I'm indifferent. But my personality is definitely bubbly. For the most part. I guess if my husband watches this, he'll be like, because sometimes I can be a B word. Sometimes I get overly annoyed. Sometimes I have reached my I'm done. And there's nothing wrong with that because I am a human here in this experience, and that's what I'm here to do, is experience. What can you do, right? But experience. My lemon water. Lemon water. And, whoa, slow down, little buddies. What are we doing? We have a really beautiful area. Let me turn you. See? I'll let you see for a minute. Isn't it so beautiful? Oh, so beautiful. It gets better. So just hold on a second. This is what they call the Deception Point Bridge. And it's pretty legit. So if you ever come to Washington State, this is one of the places you should come see because it's pretty gorgeous. Lots of people come see this, obviously. Da, da, da. Right now you're just going to see cars for a minute. Just for a minute. Just for a minute. I can't believe that people, when I was at that game, everybody was nice and kind and understanding, and they were talkative, and they were a little taken back. Okay, here it is. Can you see? Can you see it? Oh yes, so beautiful. Oh yes, so beautiful. You know what's scary though is like 250 people, I think, have killed themselves off this bridge. Only one person has survived. And they had really bad damage, and it was only because there was a boat right down there at the bottom, right where they jumped. But see how beautiful it is? Anyways, so that's my beautiful Washington moment. Oh, let's show you this side because this side's beautiful too. See? Pretty, huh? Your backpack. I love rainbowy things. Oh, watch your child. I don't like walking up all over that bridge. Sorry, but it's just not for me. Maybe I can now, but I walked over that bridge one time when Lily, I think she'll be 21 this August. Anyways, I walked over that bridge and I was dating Noah's dad at the time, and he had Lily on his shoulders. I still cringe to think about it, and he had her, and he was like, Lindsay, look. And I was like, hey, give me my kid. It was so scary. I was pissed. Like, why would you? Anyways, darkness. I'm telling you, there's all levels. All levels, myself included. I'm on a level. We're all on a level, and there's no better or worse than. It's just we're on this level, and it's all gravy, baby. Because we work together. You know what I mean? We're a one-piece puzzle. We're not an individual puzzle. We're each a piece to the puzzle. It's mind-blowing to me that people can't understand that, but I remember when I couldn't understand that, and it wasn't that long ago. Like I said, 4 years ago, I was exactly like every other dark person in the world. But the darkness will fall, because light always wins. No darkness can survive in the light at all. I wish people would comment on my videos more, because I really think that we need to like get in communion with each other, you know? Because like I was just saying, we're all part of the big puzzle. We're not individuals. Sure, we're individuals, but we don't evolve this planet into a different level of existence where we don't rape our mother. It just blows my mind. I was having a conversation with my mother when I was taking her to the airport yesterday, or the day before, or whatever, and I said, I wish they would make a thing that says you can't make any more gas cars. They have to all be electric, right? Because electric cars are a very, very, very good idea. And then she said, electric cars won't be any better because batteries are really poisonous, and there's no good way to dispose of them. And I totally agree with that. But I also agree with the simple fact that once we're in our new area of life, you know what I mean, where we're heart-centered instead of mind-centered, instead of waiting for that dollar, when we actually care, they'll make batteries that are epic, and we'll do what we need them to do at a way lower cost to Mother Earth. We have the technology to do all of these things. Like my mom was saying, what about tires? You know, millions and bajillions of tires we have, and they never disintegrate. They will never biodegrade, ever. In like, well, sure, they will, but in like 400,000 years, why would you even make something that takes that long to decompose? I'll wait here. Why would you make something that takes that long to decompose? It makes no sense to me. Are you okay, baby? Okay, love you. And she was like, tires, why don't they like grind them up and make roads out of them? That is a great idea. Why can't we do things like that? It's because we're still mind-centered in our way of living, but that's falling. That will be obsolete very soon. Very soon. Because we can't keep taking from our Mother Earth, and she's just going to let us take it. She's going to end up shaking us off like the freaking little parasites that we are. And she's already trying to. We have to stop. We have to stop. We need to utilize the technology that we have that could make our everyday things, our vehicles, our phones, our whatever it is you think you want or need in your life, which is fine. I don't care. But we need to make them consciously. Do you hear Jack? We need to save the world. though the world wasn't here? How do we save the world? He said something. He said a lot of somethings, but I didn't hear him. Now he's saying bouncy, 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 because he was sleeping. He was sleeping and he just woke up out of his sleep and said, we need to save the world. I love my son. We are almost to Adriana's, yep. Yeah. Anyways, like, I have mentioned this in my videos before, but, you know, I sent this video that was freaking mind-blowing to everybody I knew. Nobody watched it but me. Well, actually, I think Adriana said she watched it.
Yeah.
It had so much good information in it. Like, why would you not want to know these things? You want to know why? You think Lily did too? Maybe Lily did too. But the reason why is because it takes time to do those kind of things, and we much rather spend our time on scrolling TikTok or buying that Michael Kors bag or making sure we have this brand new BMW. And I'm not downing people who like to do those things. I'm just saying, oh, there's Adriana right there. I'm just saying that there's a balance. Like, where's the balance, people? It's time. It's time to find the balance. I love you all very much. I'm getting my kiddos now, so I will chat with you later.